Back here live in Orlando, I'm Bill Hemmer in this special coverage of Milton, this hurricane that is a stubborn force of nature moving across the state of Florida tonight. A number of updates to get to just during that commercial break there. 1.5 million without power, downgraded to a Cat 2, but still packing powerful winds of 110 miles an hour. And this is the worst news. In the county of St. Lucie, which is in the eastern coast toward the southern part of the state, there are now confirmed fatalities by way of the Associated Press. Apparently, a senior community that's lined with mobile homes had 125 homes destroyed from that tornado we had mentioned a short time ago. That tornado was near Fort Pierce, as I recall from earlier today, and there were reports about casualties down there, but unconfirmed until now. And the sheriff of that county is Keith Pearson. I'm just reading right now. He put a video on Facebook showing a 10,000 square foot iron building that had been twisted into a crumpled heap by a tornado. And that's where the sheriff's office keeps its patrol cars. Luckily, the patrol is okay, but you have confirmed fatalities in that senior citizen community that we'll try and get some more information on you throughout the night. I want to get to the other part of Florida now. All right, so St. Lucie is on the eastern side. From the western side, Madeira Beach, Mike Seidel is still feeling the wrath of Milton. Want to get to Mike now live and get the update on the conditions there. Mike, good evening to you. What are you seeing? What are you feeling?
Good evening, Bill. Well, we've come into a safer area. There's still wind, and it's really ripping through under the hotel here, our safe place. And I don't know if you can hear it, but things are just battering, and it's a very loud and noisy night. And what brought us back here off the street where we were talking earlier, see that pile of debris out there? That's part of the building for the roof. There's a rooftop deck up. Whoa, there goes part of the fence out into the road. That's part of the rooftop deck. There's a bar up there. There's a pool. It's a nice place. Not tonight, though. And remember, winds increase with height. So we've already had reported wind gusts south of here of 105 miles an hour. And so the winds up there may be even higher, and they're still howling. Rainfall, too, has been an issue. There's a flood warning out for this area, and a flash flood emergency was issued, and that goes till 2:30 for parts of Hillsborough County and here in also Pinellas County, especially the St. Pete area. One area over there has had 14 inches of rain so far today, and they've had over 7 inches in 1 hour. So that's why there's that flash flood emergency. No reports of any homes or rescues from homes at this point. Of course, this is not a night. Many emergency officials have been pulled off the roadways for safety reasons. So the wind still howls here. We're still on the back edge. We're on the northwest part of the eye wall, but this northern eye wall has been vicious with winds 80, 90 plus miles an hour at the Tampa airport. Power continues to go out. We're now about 60% of customers here in Pinellas County without power. And I'm just, can we spin around here? Let's see if we can spin around and show you this, because this is really phenomenal.
Hey, Linda.
The wind and the rain and the debris just blowing through here. You can hear, whoa, you can hear things crashing. There goes part of the fence blowing through the shot. I think you may have seen that, Bill.
Mike, if you need to get cover, go ahead and do it. You know, the governor's been warning us for days that there was so much debris from the last storm, they didn't get it cleared off enough, and they were worried about flying projectiles. Is that what you're seeing there, or is this all new and different?
No, this is new and different. There's a fence on the back side of the lower level here, the parking garage. That's why we're here, because we can put our cars up at 20 feet, and now that the surge is a non-issue here, that's good. But the fact of the matter is, this is a fence. It's like a vinyl fence. It's not metal. And I think it got some damage from the lean, but there's nothing left except the post. And it's all been blowing out into the road, and that's what you saw fly by. So these are pieces of vinyl fencing blowing by. It's not metal fencing. And again, debris around the area. And all the debris, by the way, that's still sitting in all the neighborhoods. Well, fortunately, without the surge, it's not going to float anywhere, but I'm sure some of that has been picked up and blown around by these wind gusts pushing 100 miles an hour. So certainly the high point tonight, as far as promising news, is the storm went into our south, and that kept the surge away from the beaches. and it's going to keep the surge way down if there's anything, because this wind now is moving north out of Tampa, so that's going to really blow the water out of Tampa Bay towards the Gulf. In fact, we checked the gauge at Clearwater Beach, and the tide is coming in, but the water is 2 feet below where it should be. So that's a good sign from the surge perspective. It's still a lot of wind tonight, and this is all heading across the I-4 corridor. It's going to knock out even more power as we go through the overnight hours.
All right, you find a good concrete wall and stay safe next to it, okay, Mike? Talk to you a bit later. Mike Seidel has been covering storms for decades. Thank you for that. He's in Madeira Beach, which is in just to the west of Tampa. So he's on the north side of the Bay of Tampa, reporting there live.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.